Welcome to Iraq Dinar News, your trusted source for essential updates on Iraq's financial trajectory, currency reforms, and political landscape. In today's report, we explore the growing challenges and high-stakes decisions unfolding as Iraq approaches its upcoming elections. From Prime Minister al-Sudani's controversial political maneuvers to the economic pressure of a cash-hoarding crisis, these developments could reshape the Iraqi dinar's future and impact global investors watching closely. Iraq has managed to remain relatively stable in recent years, steering clear of escalating regional conflicts, but with national elections approaching, uncertainty looms once again. A major concern among analysts is the potential delay in governance if Prime Minister Mohammed Shial al-Sudani does not secure re-election. A leadership vacuum could delay crucial reforms and destabilize financial progress. Meanwhile, internal religious and ethnic tensions are flaring once more. The Christian population in Iraq, already diminished, faces renewed threats amid reports of Iranian-backed influence growing in governance and security structures. The Popular Mobilization Forces, PMF, a key pro-Iranian militia bloc, remains under scrutiny for its escalating role in civilian affairs. Although the Iraqi government has promised disarmament discussions, Iran has reportedly supplied these militias with long-range missiles, raising concerns about their true intent. President Donald Trump, known for his strong Christian advocacy, is likely to respond strongly should these religious persecutions escalate. Analysts warn that if Iraq's Christian communities face increasing violence or oppression, Iraq may face renewed sanctions or diplomatic fallout from the United States. In addition to geopolitical risks, Iraq is facing severe internal financial strain due to an extraordinary amount of dinars being hoarded outside the banking system. A senior advisor to Prime Minister al-Sudani has revealed that between 87% and 90% of Iraq's currency supply is held privately, outside formal banks, most often in people's homes. This level of cash leakage poses a serious threat to financial stability, stalling economic growth and undermining liquidity in Iraq's formal financial institutions. The roots of this issue trace back to decades of instability, economic mistrust, and systemic corruption. Many Iraqis still remember how wars and foreign occupation led to personal savings being wiped out when banks failed or collapsed. Distrust in financial institutions is further amplified by cultural factors such as religious concerns around interest-bearing accounts, which are prohibited under Islamic law. To combat this, the Iraqi government previously attempted to incentivize citizens to deposit their savings. Interest rates as high as 8% per year were offered for bank deposits, but with limited success. Without a significant return of physical currency into the system, Iraq's banks remain cash poor. Despite overall economic liquidity, there is concern that without urgent action, the government may be forced to print more money, a move that could devalue the dinar and set back years of financial recovery. Some observers suggest that these conditions may be used to justify a broader digital transformation of Iraq's currency system. With physical cash being hoarded, transitioning to a digital dinar could offer better tracking, control, and security, though such a change would require immense public trust and education to succeed. Politically, al-Sudani has added more fuel to the fire by forming a new political coalition ahead of the November 11 parliamentary elections. His new alliance, the Reconstruction and Development Alliance, includes controversial figures like Faleh al-Fayed, head of the PMF. This move has sparked fierce debate and constitutional concern. Under Iraqi law, members of the armed forces and security agencies are prohibited from engaging in political campaigns or running for office without first resigning and observing a cool-down period. Critics argue that al-Fayed's participation, while still leading the PMF, violates this separation of military and civilian authority. This raises fears that Iraq's fragile democracy could be undermined by powerful paramilitary influence in electoral politics. Al-Sudani's alliance also includes his own National Contract Party and other factions, but one name conspicuously missing is former Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki. Though recently re-elected as leader of the Dawa party, Maliki has yet to align himself with this new coalition. The absence of such a long-standing figure raises questions about behind-the-scenes power shifts in Iraq's Shiite political camp. While some former allies in the coordinating framework express unease about al-Sudani's new political direction, others see it as a strategic move to consolidate influence ahead of a competitive election. If successful, this coalition could drastically alter Iraq's power structure, particularly within the Shia bloc. Still, many remain concerned that including armed actors in political coalitions could erode democratic norms. Despite controversy, al-Sudani remains a popular figure among segments of the population. Since taking office in October 2022, he's been credited with improving public services, de-escalating political tensions, and avoiding external conflicts, especially with Iran and the United States. His decision to chart an independent path has won him support among Iraqis who are tired of sectarian power plays and foreign influence. Still, some critics argue that al-Sudani's recent moves may compromise his integrity. There are allegations that public funds are being used to buy political loyalty, and that partnerships with security-linked groups risk militarizing the civilian government. In such a politically charged environment, Iraq's November elections are shaping up to be one of the most consequential in recent history. As the country prepares for this critical moment, many observers are asking, what will happen to the Iraqi dinar? Will a leadership change stall the momentum for revaluation and reform? Will digital currency plans take precedence over traditional economic policies? And will external pressure, especially from the U.S. under President Trump, impact Iraq's next steps? For dinar holders, these developments could influence both short-term valuation and long-term policy direction. The revaluation conversation continues, but the timeline remains uncertain. The market still waits for clarity, and in the meantime, speculation grows with every shift in political alignment or economic leak. Looking ahead, Iraq must address three critical issues if it hopes to stabilize and strengthen the dinar: curb cash hoarding and restore trust in banks, ensure elections remain free from armed group influence, maintain balanced diplomacy with major powers like the U.S. and Iran. Iraq has the potential to redefine its place in the global financial community, but only with careful, credible leadership and real economic transparency.